And hello again, and welcome to today's Sugardale Charge Chat. I'm Scott Zurilla. Glad you are with us, and it's a real pleasure to welcome in the two rooks for the Canton Charge this past season, Alan Herndon and Alex Stein. Guys, thanks for joining me. How you doing?
You got it, Alex.
Doing well. Yeah, stuck in quarantine still a little bit. Like I was saying earlier too, just trying to work out as much as possible. It's a tough time for everybody, and you have to just make do with what you have, and kind of control what you can control. But doing all right overall, though.
Al, before we get your thoughts on that, I want to welcome in all of our Charge Nation members, our corporate partners, and Charge fans wherever they may be. But yeah, that was our first question. Alex, thanks for the answer on that. Al, I want to ask you the same thing. Tough for everybody, just every day going about our daily lives. But for professional athletes, no matter what the sport, especially with sports now starting to try and ramp back up into action, how have you been able to try to not only stay active, but maybe keep your game so that you don't lose your game?
Well, I've just been working out with a group of friends every day. Well, not every day, Monday through Friday. We get together and we go back to our old high school, and we just work out together, motivate one another, try to push each other so that way, we're not by ourselves, because sometimes when you're by yourself, you might not go as hard as you can. Just been doing that, and then, hopefully, again, going back to my old high school, trying to get the gym open, and then hopefully can keep a little shot going, try to do a little something in there. So just trying to maintain the best you can with what you got.
It's about the best we all can do right now. Good to hear. Now let's go a little bit specific. Alex, the first question comes in for you. Now, back at Southern Indiana, you pretty much were the man, whether you want to admit it or not. But talk to me about coming from college right into the pros, that transition, and I've been around basketball a long time, talked to a lot of players. Many of them have said, there's a culture shock. What was it like for you, college right into the pros?
Yeah, I think when you go up another level, at any level, from high school to college to pros, whatever, everybody's going to be bigger, better, faster, stronger. So I think there's a transition to every level. And, when you're playing in the pros, there's no bad players. There's no guys that are gonna lack any skill. So, it is a tough transition because the game's a lot different. The game's is played a whole lot differently than it is in college. Just the sets you run, and when you think about even the three-point line is moved back a lot further. So, for myself, I had to spend a lot of time just working on that, working on shooting it from deep, and just getting used to the pace of the game and the style of play. So, it's definitely a big difference from college to the pros.
Now, Al, for you, you actually had that season between college and the first season with the Charge. You played internationally. Talk about that transition, and did that year overseas maybe help you with that, moving from one level to the next?
I think the year that I chose to go overseas, it definitely helped me because it prepared me mentally for what the next level is going to be. And also just the demand that it calls for when you're overseas. A lot of teams, they want you to go 2 practices a day. You're going hard, all for 1 game a week. So you definitely get used to that aspect of it. But then when you come back here and playing in the G League, it feels like a game every other day. So it's kind of different in those kind of ways, but it still mentally prepares you for a hard grind of a season.
That's a good answer, and it's a good lead into my next question, because I'm going to tease you throughout both of you guys. As the rookies, it's a different animal than being a veteran that's played a couple of years. But Al, let's start with you in terms of, as you kind of referenced there, the challenge that you're into, and talk about the different player that you became late in the year compared to the player you were at the beginning of the season, and how you got there between coaching and how your game improved and why it improved.
Man, there's a lot of reasons I could say it improved. The coaching staff was great every single day, just with giving us time and focusing on what we needed. It was like each individual player, they kind of had an idea of, strengths and weaknesses, what they wanted you to work on, getting in there with BJ, getting the weights in, running after, and then, of course, being with my guy Stein every single day. we just had a lot of motivation with one another. So it was from beginning to end, it just felt like a transition because there was so much that went into it, and it really is a developmental league.
Alex, how about you? Same question.
Yeah, I mean, I think throughout the season, getting in workouts every single day. I mean, with the coaches, I mean, having 3 or 4 people working with you on the court every single time you're on the court. I mean, you can get a lot done. And we were getting that every single day. Optional stuff, before and after practice, all that stuff's great. And like Al said too, I think, for us, I think we pushed each other a lot. Cause, throughout the season, we were in kind of a similar situation. So it was good for us to be in there before practice, after practice, getting up as much shots as possible and just really working on our game to improve.
You guys are good at this because you keep leading me into my next questions. Alex, what you said right there, and Al, actually, you brought it up first, kind of leaning on one another. How much did it help Alex having another rookie, knowing he's going through the same basic thing as you to kind of lean on, while at the same time having veterans help pull you along? Because I know it's interesting. I mean, let's be honest. Veteran players, and I'm not saying anybody on your team, some veteran players aren't real quick to help the young guys because why do I want to help a young guy possibly take my job? So, Alex, for you first, talk about your relationship with Al, how much you guys used one another while also trying to learn from the veteran players.
Yeah, I mean, Al and I rode to practice every single day, rode to optional workouts every single day. And I know both of us would have loved to play a whole lot more, and we were really pushing each other to get that extra time. And so I think, I mean, we would do drills, just shooting drills and kind of compete at that, do stuff like that. But man, it was just nice to have somebody doing that alongside of you. Because even what Al was saying earlier is like, it's tough when you're doing that stuff alone, but when you have somebody to compete with and work with, it's really helpful. And I think guys like Levi and JP and these other guys were really helpful too, and just helping transition into the pro game, and just for myself, just helping me learn the professional game, and just picking their minds and just getting some of their ideas on different stuff to work on and improve that.
Al, how about you? The importance of having not only, again, a guy to do the drills with, but a fellow rookie who's, again, every step of the way is in your shoes as well.
You know, like he said, it was just great to have someone do it along with, because, you know, doing it by yourself can be difficult. You know, those optional days when you might not feel like going in, it makes it easier to go in because you got somebody with you that's going to push you and do the same thing. So even outside of the court, you know, when we're on the road, he's my roommate. So you get to know a guy very well. So we got to learn a lot of the in and outs of one another on and off the court. So it made it just even easier to do. But like you said, even with our veterans, seeing those guys coming in on optional days, wanting to work with us, helped us even more. And then they were always just giving us advice and, you know, helping us along through the season. So it was great overall experience.
Along those same lines, guys, and Al, we'll start with you on this question. Tell me a little bit about the Stay Ready fam, which included yourself, Alex, and Muhammad Ali Abdul Rahman, because, you know, as a member of the media, but you can also apply it to fans, when you watch, we can only imagine you guys as players, you don't know when you'll play, how much you'll play, in both of your situations, necessarily what position you'll play. So tell me about the Stay Ready fam and how important it was for the three of you guys.
The Stay Ready fam was it was very important. You know, at first it was just a way of you know, kind of joking about it, not being so hard on ourselves about like you said, you never know what type of minutes you're going to get, but it really became a thing with us. And, you know, even BJ joined in the Stay Ready fam. He kept us ready with drills, workouts, and everything. So Stay Ready fam, it's a way of life. It's like a family. So you got to be real good to join in.
I was going to say, it sounds like a real close-knit group. Alex, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much it kind of started with, man, just the idea of staying ready at all times. Because like Al was saying too, is like, you don't know when your time's going to come. You don't know when your opportunity is going to come, especially in the G League when guys are getting called up, guys are getting traded, moved all the time. So you could have a whole different roster in a week, and your role could just look a whole lot different. So I think that was motivation even in our workouts too, is like, man, we could be on the court playing 25, 30 minutes in a week. So, I mean, it was always just being prepared and really staying ready for that next opportunity.
And Alex, I think that it really paid off because, again, for all the games that I got to see either in person or watching from afar, I did notice with both of you guys, and I'm not just saying this, your game for each of you incrementally got better as the season went on. And part of that had to be knowing your role and understanding this situation we're talking about of always being ready, because if you're not ready and your name is called, you're not going to succeed. But you and Al really did a nice job as the season went on getting better. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I think a lot of it too is just gaining confidence in your game, especially, I mean, getting out there and playing some meaningful minutes and stuff is, I think that's helpful to for your confidence, because, I mean, your confidence is key. You want to go out there and play with a whole lot of confidence. So I think that was huge.
Alan, for you, along those same lines, but following up with what Alex said, how much confidence did you get in helping you? Because, again, both you guys, you know, at one point late in the season, the team had won 8 of 10 overall, 10 in a row at home, and you guys were right in the mix of that. Maybe not a ton of minutes every night, but you got your minutes. How important was it for you in that stretch to get the support and the leadership from not only the players but the coaching staff? Because without their support as well, you know, you're on an island by yourself.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of what you said. It was coaches and players that always kind of kept us uplifted and was always giving us confidence. You know, they said, for me, it was a lot of when you go in, if it's open, shoot it up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to live with that shot every single time as long as it's open. You know what I'm saying? That's your game, you know. A lot of, for Stein, it was the same thing, just being aggressive when we got our time to get in and just display what we can do. You know, at the end of the day, we're all professionals. We all can score, we all can defend, we all can do a lot of great things. This is about having that mind frame and going out there and knowing you can do it and you have the support of the team behind you.
Well, I do want to commend you both, because I really felt that both of you, as we've been talking under the circumstances, I thought you both came in, and it's real easy when you're up by 18 points with 2 minutes to go to come in, and I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get my shots. And neither of you guys ever stepped out of what I thought your role was. And I really want to commend you both for that, because, you know, Alex, for you as a guard, you know, you're going to have the ball in your hand most of the time. So it would be easy for you to hunt your shot. And for Al, you're at the mercy of a guard to get to the ball. And I thought you guys came in and really just played basketball regardless of the score and the situation. Is that a conscious mindset for you, or is that just the way that you guys are built?
I think for myself, that's kind of just how I play. I mean, I don't want to force anything, but I know a lot of the guys on the team were towards the end of those games were trying to get us to shoot some tough, bad shots. But man, I think it's just playing the right way all the time, and not trying to force anything.
Al, how about you? By the way, you know, you talk about Alex, you said about the guys pressing you to take shots. Al, you know, that second last game of the year against Wisconsin, when you had 17, 6 of 7 from the floor, 5 of 6 from 3. Were the guys telling you, or were you just feeling it and said, I'm shooting whether you like it or not?
It's actually funny. Before the game, Coach Nate came out early, and I was going through my shooting drills. And normally on one of my shooting drills is I'm trying to shoot 4 for 4 from the 3. And then he comes out, and I'm like, watch, I got 4 for 4 on this one. And I go through the drill, make 4 for 4. He was like, oh, you're feeling it today? I was like, yep. I was like, stay ready, fam. I'm feeling it today. If you put me in, it's going up. So I just kind of had that mindset from the beginning of it. It was just one of those games where I was like, I'm feeling it. It feels like I can't really miss. So whatever I got, if it's open and it's within the offense and it makes sense, I'm shooting it.
You know, it's funny too. You had that crazy 3 turning, fading, whatever down by the visitors' bench. And if I recall, you kind of pulled a little Michael Jordan when you kind of did you put your palms up after that? Even you had to think, "Wow, I am really that hot."
Hey, like Jordan did it, I had to do it too. Sometimes it's just like, hey, it is what it is. I'm hot today. It doesn't matter if there's a hand there. If it's not there, it's going in.
And while we're having fun real quick, Alex, I want to ask you this. I never got a chance to ask you during the season, and it may sound like kind of a strange question, but, you know, your shot, you have such great elevation. You get off the floor so effortlessly and so well. What is your vertical leap? Because it's up there, man. It's good.
I don't know, because the thing is, I'm not much of a dunker. Like, because I'm a guy that's not going to dunk in a game. Like, I'll dunk in warm-ups and stuff,
Mhm.
but I do feel like I elevate pretty well on my jumper.
You
So
do.
I don't know where that came from. I guess it's just from like working on it a ton. But man, I really don't even know what my vertical is. Probably
Well,
low 30s. I would
Low
think. Really.
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, that's
All
got to be
right.
that's got to be high 30s, man. You're up.
I don't
Now
know.
back me up, man.
But yeah, it's not low 30s at all. It is
I don't
not
know.
low
Modest.
30s.
No, you
What
get
is it?
up and
High
make some.
20s?
High
All
30s is
right,
what I'm doing.
we're gonna move on because he's not gonna play the game. But like I said, I love watching your jump shot because, like I said, you're picture perfect and you're well off the floor. It's great. It's great. All right, let's move
Appreciate
on. We got a question just submitted from Charge Nation member Mitch Reese. Mitch, always great to hear from you. Mitch asks, and Al, we'll start with you. What did you do in your time off during the season in Canton when you weren't practicing, traveling, preparing for a game?
Time off, it was a lot of stretching, you know, because like I said, it's a long, grueling season, and it's a lot of quick turnarounds. So you try to take care of your body, and then a lot of Netflix and video games was kind of the rest of my time spent. And you know, any other time I was spent with actually a lot of time was spent with Sheldon Mack watching a lot of basketball games because I live right next to him. So anytime there was a game on, I hear a knock on my door and I'm watching it. So a lot of the time was spent doing that.
Gotcha. Alex, how about you?
Time off was a lot of napping and a lot of reading. I like to read books a lot, and yeah, and I spent a lot of time napping in our apartment. So a little bit of both.
Guys, I want to talk now about the team overall. When the season got cut off, you were 29-14, the number 2 seed in the East, only behind Wisconsin. And as I said before, 8 of 10, 10 in a row at home. What did you guys see as players that was the key that the team was so successful, playing so well with the playoffs right around the corner? I don't even know if you guys know this. Franchise record for wins in a season was 31. You were ready to blow right past that. What did you guys think was the key why you were playing so well? Al, we'll start with you.
I think it goes back to what you said in the beginning. We just knew our roles. We knew what each guy was going to come in and was going to do, and we just gelled and played very well together. And, you know, the coaches were very good about making sure we had enough rest. We had our legs for game day. And, you know, overall, everyone just knew what we were supposed to do at the end of the day. So it just made it easy to get wins.
Alex, what'd you see?
I mean, we had so many guys that could score the ball, and guys that were unselfish. So, I mean, we just had so many guys that could play, especially on both ends of the floor. I mean, you think about Dom and him on the defensive end, and he could put the ball in the hole too. I mean, we just had so many guys that could make plays for themselves and plays for each other. And I think that's what led to a lot of our success is just, I mean, we had so many great players on our team.
You know, guys, this is our 5th Charge Chat brought to you by Sugardale. And in every one of the chats before, I have talked to the guys about, you know, you can have talent, like you said, Alex, but sometimes there needs to be more than that. And one thing that I noticed, and everybody's agreed with me thus far, is the fact that you guys had great chemistry and you all really seemed to like each other. How important, Alex, was that to the team being successful this year as well?
Oh, I mean, that's huge. That's big on any team. I mean, like you were saying too, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't have any team chemistry, I mean, that talent's only gonna take you so far. So I think that was great for us. I mean, we never had any problems on our team with any guys. Everybody got along really well. And I think a big part of that was we had really good guys on our team, a lot of really good guys with good character on our team. So that played definitely a big factor in all the success that we had.
Al, do you feel the same way?
I do feel the same way. Even like Stein was saying, we had so many guys that could do so many great things, especially scoring the ball. But I think at the end of the day, everyone understood us winning is going to lead to us all winning in the future. Teams are going to look at the team that's winning and wonder, okay, why are they winning so much? And see each individual piece that we had on the team and might want to bring them into camp next year. We had so many call-ups, and I think overall it said a lot about our team.
Guys, before we let you run, we're going to do a couple of quick questions here, have some fun. But the last one I want to get basketball-wise is, as I said, at 29-14, the number 2 seed in the East, I want you to give me an honest answer because, as I've said a couple of times, you were playing so well as a team late in the year. How far could this team have gone in the playoffs? I mean, do you legitimately feel you had a shot at winning it all this year, as much as I hate to bring that up in the middle of the summer? Alex?
Yeah, I definitely think we had a chance to win the championship. I mean, with the depth that we had, the talent that we had, I definitely think we could have made a run for it for sure. Just with, the way we were playing too, we were winning so many games and beating really good teams too, beating some of the top tier teams in the league. So, man, I think we had a real chance, and it's a shame we didn't get that chance too.
Alex, I like what you said there about the depth, because I was going to mention that to Al. You guys have been perfect leading me along with questions. But Al, I want you to answer the same question, but again, kind of sneak in there the fact that, because I was going to bring it up, the depth that you guys had and the versatility, I thought was just, I didn't see everybody all the time, but there couldn't have been many more teams like you with that versatility and the depth.
So, yeah, like he said, I think we would have had a great chance to go definitely deep into the playoffs and eventually going into a championship, just the way our team was set up. And like you said, the depth, it showed when we had guys getting call-ups, guys might have been sick or whatever the case might have been. We still found ways to win just because of, like you said, the depth that we had on our team. The talent was all over the place. So we had a very good team. I think we had a very good shot.
All right, guys. Well, we have come to the part of the show that everybody waits with bated breath for, and it is called 5 Fast Ones. I have 5 questions I'm going to ask each of you. They're separate questions. It could be about anything, nothing personal. You need to give me either a 1 or 2 word answer, but you can expound on it if need be. All right? Now, Alan, seeing as you were the number 9 overall selection this year, no disrespect, but Alex was number 12. So with Al at number 9, are you ready for your 5 fast ones?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Alan Herndon, 5 fast ones. Here we go. Number 1, what is your go-to breakfast cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay. What have you been binge watching during the pandemic? Now, you mentioned that you've been doing a lot of Netflix. Anything particular that you've been binging on?
Criminal Minds.
All right. Alan, do you like spicy food?
Love it.
All right. Your favorite NFL uniform?
Green Bay Packers, specifically Aaron Rodgers.
Number 12. And Alan Herndon, do you make your bed in the morning?
I do not. I wish I did.
All right. Fair enough. And those are 5 fast ones with Alan Herndon. Alex Stein, you know how we play the game. Are you ready?
I am.
All right. Here comes 5 fast ones with Alex Stein. Number 1, when you go to the zoo, what is the favorite animal you like to see?
Lion.
Your favorite home-cooked meal by either mom, dad, girlfriend, sister, anybody?
My mom's baked mastacholi.
Good answer. Alex, can you swim?
Yes, but I'm not a great swimmer.
Can you swim enough to survive is the key.
Yes, I can do that.
That's the important thing. You don't have to win any medals.
I can float too, so.
Those are the important ones. Have you splurged on anything during the pandemic?
No, I don't spend much money, so.
So Amazon doesn't really necessarily know where you live.
No, I really don't spend much money.
Alan's really laughing, so you must really be cheap because he's dying to jump in here, and we'll get to you in a second. I got one more for Alex Stein. Number 5, most important question: what do you put on your pizza?
Pepperoni and sausage, and then sometimes mushroom.
Ooh,
never pineapple
mushroom.
though. Never pineapple. Pineapple does not belong on pizza.
Colleen, Colleen, our director here. I asked one of your teammates that early in the year. I can't remember who it was. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for the time. It was a lot of fun and great to catch up with you. Please continue to stay safe, stay healthy, and hopefully we'll see you guys again real soon. Thanks again for everything and all the best.
Yep. Thank you. Stay safe.
Thank you. Yep. Appreciate it.
And of course, we want to thank all of our Charge Nation members, corporate partners, and our Charge fans, wherever they be. And thank you for joining us for today's Sugardale Charge Chat. I'm Scott Zurilla. Thanks so much. Take care. We want to see you at a future Charge game real soon.